Hi, thanks so much again for joining the Inspired Living community. I'm so excited. Actually, there are two emotions that are coming right now. First emotion is excited because I see so many people joining in such a short time. The second emotion is being nervous. Can we live up to the expectation? Can we deliver different? Because there's so many communities, that every day we see so many communities coming up and slowly dying, right? But this community, we have made a promise to ourselves that we need to get it up and running, right? So me and Sheetal, we are really happy because it shows the zeal, it shows that thing that hey, we want to grow, we want to move, you want to change, you want to adapt. So that's the beauty of this beautiful community that I can see. And I've been reading all those beautiful comments. I may not be responding to all of them, but I've been reading each of them. Those such beautiful comments. So yeah, I always feel that once you change, things around you start changing a lot, right? And so the idea is, hey, Neeraj, what's going to happen next? Well, what's next? So as I promised, like every week we're going to put up something very wonderful, put up something in terms of what are the things that we can help you change, right? So what are we going to discuss? Well, we're going to discuss about what's life purpose, what's energies, what are those energies which can help us, and no gyan, by the way, right? It's going to be exercises, it's going to be proper meditation followed by exercises which is going to help you. What we're going to talk about is what's greatness, right? What habits do we need to move to that step, right? How do we develop a beautiful relationships? How do we unlock that potential? Because everybody has this potential. We have seen, there's so many stories when people have come to a stage where they are forced to kind of adapt or forced to do things very differently. Why do it when you're forced to do it? Like when people get into illness, they kind of, when you hear that, hey, you're going to get diabetes or you got diabetes, you start walking, you start exercising. Why do it then? Why not do it before? Why not work on yourself before, right? So it's all about emotional mastery. It's all about emotional mastery. How do you master it? How do you work on each of the aspects, be it mental, be it emotional, be it spiritual, which finally comes to the physical world. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about each of them, and the most important, inner power, right? So how do you develop that inner power to make sure that you reach your potential? That's what it's all about. One last thing, let go. I always feel that is the most important thing. If you can let go of things, let go of the past and let go of the fear of the future and be in the now, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful, right? So we're going to talk about all of that, right? And let me tell you, these videos, it's going to be just on this Facebook group. You won't find it anywhere. So this is the video that you're going to see there, and this is for you to learn, to grow, to empower each other and move to the next step, right? So that's all right. So are you ready? Are you ready to rock and roll? Right. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is let's identify ourselves. Let's understand who we are, right? Before we want to go there, let's first determine where are we, right? So the most important thing, and this is one of those sessions that I did with Anthony Robbins, and in this session he taught us a very beautiful thing, and so I'm going to talk about it, and then below that's a link, all right? So make sure you click on the link and take the test, all right? And once you take the test, it's a self-explanatory thing, but if you need any explanation for that, feel free to get in touch with me and I will tell you more about it, all right? So yeah, let's start. So what we're going to talk about is the 6 human needs. Who are you? What are your needs? Now, please understand, your beliefs is what drives your needs. Okay, let's explain. Whatever your belief is, you believe as what you want. There's 6 human needs that are there. The first one is we talk of the need for certainty. Some people want things to be certain. Some people want things to start at a particular time and a particular time. And if things happen outside that zone, they get very upset, right? They are very close friends. They're, hey, you need to do it at this point of time. That's good, right? That's the need for certainty. And that's what is a particular person's need, right? Now, whatever beliefs that are there would based on that particular need itself, okay? That's a fuel. That we call that's a fuel. That's what takes the particular. The second thing is the need for uncertainty. All right, a lot of people like surprises. Okay, do you like a surprise? Well, it's a good surprise. It's nice, but if it's a bad surprise, I'm sure you won't like it. So yeah, uncertainty is like surprise. Uncertainty is like variety, right? We do not want to get stuck in the same thing every day, right? Like after a few days, once I'm working for, Infosys, Converges, TechChem, I just couldn't take it doing the same thing over and over again, right? And that's the reason why I took a plunge. I took it, say, hey, let me do something very different. Okay, and that was what started this beautiful thing about getting into this beautiful zone where you're working on personal development and business development. So I'm a sales coach. I work with people in terms of helping them in terms of sales, right? And that's beautiful, right? Because every day morning I'm meeting different business owners who have their different problems, right? Rather than just doing your Excel and PowerPoint day in and day out. And that's what sometimes we used to do as senior manager. So yeah, and it's beautiful. For me, it's variety. For me, it's different. I love it, right? So that's the need for uncertainty. Then the third thing, and that was the need for significance. A lot of people want things to be very unique, right? Wants things to be significant. Hey, I'm doing something, I should be known for it, or I should be appreciated for it. Need for significance, right? Now, it all depends on who you are. Remember, out of all the 6 needs, you need to identify yourself with a particular need, and that's why those exercises are there. So go do the test and figure out what's your need, and it will help you so much to understand yourself. And if your partner, go and do this with your partners also, because sometimes you could be a person wanting certainty and your partner could be something who may be wanting uncertainty, and think how many clashes you may be having. But if you can understand that, hey, he's or she is this kind of person, it makes life easier. It makes relationship easier, right? So the third point that I was talking about, significance. A lot of people want significance. A lot of people, put for significance, they want something, right? They kind of, if you have you seen people like smoking? It's all about, you just want to hold on something to be significant. I'm not saying good or bad. That's what it is. You just want to be having a sense of significance, right? A very typical example of significance is when a person puts a gun into your head, right? At that point, he is the most important, significant person for you. Few things that happen. One, you're uncertain what's going to happen, right? Then he's the most significant person for you at that point of time. There's no certainty at that point of time, right? They could be full of surprises. And that's the reason why a lot of people who are into violence, they get into this area where they want to be significant, okay? Then the fourth thing is the need for love and connection. That's such an important thing, the need for love and connection. And why is this, right? The need for, because we all want to give something and to get something, to give love and to get love, right? And a lot of times we want to connect. We are social people, we want to connect. So there's a lot of people who work well if they connect well. Like you've seen people like, people who can do anything for love, right? And that's the need for them, right? The last 2 needs are the most significant, okay? And the most significant because those are the needs of the spirit. That's the need for happiness and fulfillment in your life, right? And that's one thing is called growth, right? And that is how you're growing. You are into this community because you want growth, right? The people out here, I'm sure when you do your test, it will be having a different interpretation, but I know what interpretation is going to come because you all want growth, right? And the very last, the 6th one is to contribute. Is not about me, it is about we. It's like, it's like midnight and I'm like finished my work and I'm not saying I'm bragging, but just that I love to see that, by giving all of that I've learned from Tony Robbins, from T. Harv Eker, from Alex Manderson, from Robert Riofam, from Success Gun Coaches, from Vivek Bindra, from Siddharth Rajshekhar, from Braj Mohan Das, from all of these people and many more, right? Let me get this, put in a structure and give it to you. right? It's all about giving, because it's all about giving that you get, because the best way to learn is to teach. That's what I feel, right? So yeah, these are the 6 needs that a person have. Identify yourself, which need. Do the test. I have sent the link below. Do the test, and it is a wonderful test. It's really going to help you understand what's your need, what's your value system talks about, right? And then above all of that is your emotions. Your emotions, which may be disempowering you or maybe empowering you as such. So both disempowering and empowering you, right? So look into all those emotions also. Try to understand what emotions drives you, right? Because so many emotions drives us. Sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad. What triggers those emotions? We're going to talk about that more. What triggers those emotions? What is it that drives us, right? And so by doing all that, you will be exploring all your needs. You will be able to understand your beliefs. You understand what needs is driving those belief system and what forms who you are, right? And again, as I said, it's not just for you, it's for others also, right? So do the test, and I will have one more test called DISC, which I'm going to send the link below. I'm going to explain more about it. But remember those 6 human needs. If you can understand that, if you're working in a business, if you have a team, you do this test with your team. It's going to help you understand each of the team members, and you will be able to work with them better. If you're on a job, very important to understand what's your boss's need, right? If you can do that, boom, things would change. Yeah, so all the best. Do the test, and again, as I said, if you have any questions on that, drop me a line, or just send me an email. I'll drop my email also. Just send me the test and email, and I'll give you further explanation to what you have done in terms of the values and to the beliefs. All right, thanks so much for listening, and I hope this will be helpful for you. All the best. Don't delay. If you really want to do things, it's not about knowing, it's about doing. So just go do it. Mikey says, just do it. All right.